Chris got slapped in the face at the Oscars by Will Smith, which was one of the craziest things I'd ever seen. In fact, if you watch it live on television like I did, when it happened, I thought it was fake. I did. And I wasn't sure. So, you know what I did? I waited, because I'm like you. I know Chris. I waited like 30, 40 minutes, as long as it would take him to get to another party. And I called him on FaceTime, and he picked up. So I asked him, I go, well, you know. He said, what? I said, well, did it hurt? And he said, yes, it hurt. And then I knew it was real. And then, and only then, was I offended. And I wasn't just offended that he got slapped. That was only half of it. The real offensive part was that after he slapped him, this Will just sat down and enjoyed the rest of his evening.
Look, let me explain something to you. I'm not scared to say nothing.
I know that shit.
I'll say it. Will Smith know the story I have not told. You know? Eddie Murphy know what I haven't said. You see? That's why I said when I be going in places, you know, heads go down. That's because you know, not because nobody else know. You know.
For most people, the night 94th Academy Awards aired live on television looked like just another celebrity scandal, a viral moment, a trending meme, something Hollywood would quietly bury. But 3 years later, the story hasn't faded. It has grown. Because two of the most fearless voices in comedy, Dave Chappelle and Katt Williams, refused to let the moment disappear. Instead, they turned one slap into a cultural reckoning. And now the question isn't just what happened that night. The question is, did that moment permanently change the legacy of Will Smith?
You think if you were there, you think Will Smith would have came at you if you did a joke?
Well, I wouldn't be talking about his wife.
Yeah.
No, so he wouldn't hit me, no.
It's a good reaction.
Plain and simple. Wouldn't be talking about that man's wife.
Yeah, but whether he talked about anything, I don't think I would still go up there with Mike, though. Like,
I wouldn't with me, but I wouldn't say nothing to me to with me.
Right.
I wouldn't with 10 years. I used to with people because from my experience, I know anybody's capable of killing you.
They would have these parties in the Hollywood Hills, you know, and then they would have a parking lot where they would shuttle people up. So everybody would meet in this parking lot and they would send shuttles down to, you know, Diddy's parties. And so I wasn't ever invited to the parties, but I was invited to the parking lot because I knew the people that ran the shuttle service. Yeah, I would go to the parking lot and I would watch them all go up there. And, you know, they would be thinking I'm coming later. I would just be on the car having a grand old time, smoking and laughing and watching everybody who's going. And yeah, so you can't tell me what goes on because 5 hours later, I'm still in the parking lot when they come down. And, you know, just to see all them big time Hollywood men that I just watched go up there.
On March 27, 2022, millions watched live as Chris Rock stepped on stage to present the award for Best Documentary. Like many hosts before him, Rock made a quick joke. A reference to Jada Pinkett Smith and the movie G.I. Jane. The joke lasted less than 5 seconds. What happened next would echo through Hollywood for years. In front of a global audience, Will Smith walked on stage and slapped Chris Rock across the face. For several seconds, the room didn't know if it was real, but it was. And what shocked many comedians even more was what happened next.
And it was crazy. I couldn't wait to see what he was going to say in his special about this slap. And I toured him all year, but the night he taped his special, Chris was one of these guys that's crafty. You never know what he's going to say until he really says it. So I went to see him tape his special. He taped it right up the street in Baltimore. Now, you guys are from D.C., so you know about Baltimore. We all know that through the years, D.C. has been through some very, very tough times. Sadly, Baltimore is still in a very tough time. And Chris Rock went so hard in the paint, he shocked a Baltimore crowd. I didn't even know that was possible. I started doing comedy around here. Shocked them. And you know what he said that got him? I refuse to be a victim. And I was backstage looking like, watch the tape. Everything's funny until it happens to you. A mere 3 months after that terrible attack that Chris Rock endured, I was on stage at the Hollywood Bowl, and a lunatic jumped out of the crowd and attacked me. Now, I gotta tell you, if it happens to you, you don't even know what the f is happening. It was like so
Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. And say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself. I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit, but I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world.
Less than 40 minutes later, Will Smith returned to the same stage. He won Best Actor, and the audience gave him a standing ovation. To many in the comedy world, that moment changed everything. For comedians, the issue wasn't just the slap, it was the message it sent. Stand-up comedy operates on an unwritten rule. You can dislike a joke, you can boo, but you never attack the performer. According to many comics, that rule was broken on the biggest stage in entertainment.
Yeah, they all come down off the shuttle and looking sad in the eyes, and all of them wearing Sean John and looking oily, and they all walk crazy like this, and their shoelaces were always untied. I don't know why. Their shoelaces were always untied. And then they would get in their car and they would drive off standing up, big boy, with their head out there. All of them. And I couldn't believe it, but one of the highlights of my Hollywood career, you know. But you can't tell me, because I was there to see on both ends.
Hey man, you know what's wild out there? I'm wondering how many people would see, oh man, these are jokes.
None of the people that was on the shuttle.
Right.
And they the only ones
Absolutely,
He's been in so many banger movies.
Yeah.
He's a blockbuster movie star.
Yeah.
And people see him, they go, oh, he slapped Chris Rock. That guy.
That sucks. God damn it.
Terrible.
Man, it sucks, man. It follows you around. It sucks. But my man, Rock, and the Kinnisons, like, and the that shit, when you spread it, that happens like once every 8 years or something, where somebody becomes this shit.
Just 5 weeks later, during a performance at the Hollywood Bowl, Dave Chappelle was suddenly tackled on stage by a man later identified as Isaiah Lee. The attacker was carrying a replica handgun with a knife blade. Chappelle was unharmed. But for many comedians, the connection was impossible to ignore. The invisible barrier protecting performers was suddenly gone.
I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
Jim also shared his thoughts on Chris Rock's decision to not file a police report.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million, because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous. You know, that insult is going to last a very long time.
The Kidding star also argued there were other ways Will could have handled the situation.
If you want to yell from the audience and disapprove.
Motion, I just looked over. I don't know this. I just looked and said, oh my God, I'm being attacked. And this one was ragged. He jumped at me. He was like, ah! Before that, I'd been making fun of Chris Rock. And people would ask me all the time. They'd say, Dave, what would you do if you were Chris Rock and Will Smith slapped you in the face? And to this day, the answer is the same. Well, I don't know what I would have done. I've never been in a situation that extreme, but I do know now what Will Smith would not have done. And that is enjoy the rest of his evening.
2 days later, Chappelle performed a surprise show in Los Angeles. And on stage with him was Chris Rock. The two comedians, both attacked within weeks of each other, did what comedians do best. They turned the situation into comedy. But behind the jokes was a deeper point. Chappelle would later argue that the slap revealed something uncomfortable about celebrity culture.
Care about. That's why I said when I be going in places, you know, heads go down. That's because you know, not because nobody else know. You know.
No, I remember you saying that when you walk in, heads go down.
Right. God damn. Because you can't really be mad at me because I probably been faithful too. I probably knew that this whole time about you and I didn't say nothing. You know what I mean? That gives you a certain level of gravitas as well, you know? Is that Will Smith know the story I have not told, you know? So it keeps everybody honest, you know? Eddie Murphy know what I haven't said, you see?
Look in the camera and say it. No,
look, let me explain something to you. I'm not scared to say nothing.
I know that shit.
I'll say it.
No, don't say it. No. Don't say it.
They can't AI farm me now.
David.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yes.
Hey, listen, Will Smith got his punishment today, 10 years, banned by the Academy.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I feel like, they had to make a move, so that feels like, makes sense.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not too much? Some people thought it might have been too much.
I mean, is it really punishment?
To not be able to go to the Academy.
Get to vote on movies, who cares? Like, he's doing fine. He'll land on his feet, and, something had to be done.
Have you talked to Chris about it?
Talked to Chris. I don't think he wanted me to go right to you guys, though.
Okay. I got that.
Yeah.
What do you think the Oscars should do to make it up to Chris?
To make it up to Chris. I don't know, maybe give him Will's gift basket. I don't know. There's a couple.
Chappelle's theory was simple. For 30 years, Will Smith had carefully built the image of the perfect movie star, the charming hero, the lovable family man. But one moment of rage shattered that image. And once the audience saw behind the persona, they couldn't unsee it.
Well, since our last interview, the whole Will Smith, Chris Rock slap happened. Have you ever been nominated for an Academy Award yourself?
No.
Okay. Have you been to the Oscars?
No.
Okay. But you're in the same business, obviously.
Yeah, I don't like award shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you saw that slap happen, what did you think?
I didn't see the slap happen.
Did you watch it afterwards?
I don't watch the Oscars.
Okay.
I've seen the pictures and everything, and I've seen some, and I've put myself at arm's distance from it because I don't like being upset. I can't stand bully shit, right? So,
and to me, that was some bully shit.
Yeah.
You have a guy that's 6'2", probably about 220, muscular, and another guy that's probably about 5'9", probably weighs about 160 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
The guy on stage is a comedian. And as you know, I mean, I've been to a lot of comedy shows. When I sit in the front row, I'm going to get roasted, especially if they recognize me. I get roasted at comedy shows all the time. It is what it is. You put yourself in that position. So Chris Rock made a couple of jokes about Jada and her being bald. The G.I. Jane joke. Will Smith laughed along with it initially, but then afterwards, clearly his wife wasn't happy with it. So he goes and slaps Chris Rock, sits back down and says, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking."
Then came Katt Williams. In a viral 2024 interview with Shannon Sharpe, Williams made headlines across the entertainment world. The interview quickly racked up tens of millions of views. And during the conversation, Williams didn't just talk about Will Smith. He talked about the entire Hollywood system.
Chris got slapped in the face at the Oscars by Will Smith, which was one of the craziest things I'd ever seen. In fact, if you watch it live on television like I did, when it happened, I thought it was fake. I did, and I wasn't sure, so you know what I did? I waited, because unlike you, I know Chris. I waited like 30, 40 minutes, as long as it would take him to get to another party. And I called him on FaceTime, and he picked up. As soon as he picked up, he said, "You was the only nigga I'd answer the phone for." And apparently, Obama and Oprah, everybody had called this nigga to see if everything was all right. And I thought it was fake. I didn't know, so I asked him. I go, well, he said, "What?" I said, "Well, did it hurt?" And he said, "Yes, nigga, it hurt." And then I knew that it was real. And then, and only then, was I offended. And I wasn't just offended that he got slapped. That was only...
If Will Smith thinks he's in terrible shape, he needs to take a look at Donnell.
For real. I mean, oh yeah, Will Smith did post a dad bod picture.
Hilarious.
It's hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm in the worst shape of my life.
Oh, he's a
With
funny
a big
dude,
smile
though.
on his face, though.
He's a funny dude.
Yeah. Well, I think what Will Smith is probably gonna do. Will Smith's one of those dudes that just like sets his mind to things. I bet what he's gonna do is take that photograph and then you're gonna see him 4 or 5 months from now shredded. That's what I bet.
Oh, I could see that happening.
Yeah, that's the motivation. The motivation is he takes a pose, looks terrible, looks like shit, tells everybody, hey, this is the worst shape I've ever been in my life. And then he's like, all right, now it's go time.
Yeah, it's funny. He still looked like a movie star in bad shape. How the fuck are you doing this, Will?
Remember when he played Ali?
It was amazing.
Dude, he looked great. He looked fucking great.
Yeah, he did.
He looked great. I mean, he got in tip-top Magoo shape. He looked fucking fantastic in that movie.
If you think about even the courage it would take to take on a role like that. Because
How about Jamie Foxx?
Who's he playing?
Tyson.
Yes. Okay, that's going to be dope. Because Jamie, I'm sure probably by now, if he...
Williams argued that the entertainment industry carefully manufactures celebrity images, public relations teams, media appearances, carefully crafted narratives. For decades, Will Smith was one of the most successful examples of that system. But the Oscars moment exposed the reality behind the brand. And according to Williams, once audiences see that reality, the illusion becomes harder to maintain.
Mouth. Then he goes and wins the award for Best Actor for King Richard. And he goes and parties the night away. To me, the thing that bothered me really was that he slapped who he knows he could slap. Right? I remember Jazzy Jeff did an interview recently where he goes, no, you know, if Mike Tyson was on stage, Will Smith would have done the same thing. And I do not believe that, not 1%.
Of course not.
If you were on stage and Will Smith...
Just stop it.
It's just not a conversation, is. Do you at all, though, applaud Chris Rock's, maintaining his composure and actually reading off the nominees and going about his day? And
yeah, I mean, dude, it's like there's certain things. The picture, that picture fucked with me deeply. Because that picture got plastered on everything. It was like on the front of everything. And it hurt me to the soul. Just hurt me to the soul.
Only half of it. The real offensive part was that after they slapped him, this nigga Will just sat down and enjoyed the rest of his evening. It was crazy. It was just... The fuck is this? And then all year, we was touring, and I couldn't wait to see what he was going to say in his special about this slap. And I toured him all year, but the night he taped his special, Chris was one of these guys that's crafty. You never know what he's going to say until he really says it. So I went to see him tape his special. He taped it right up the street in Baltimore. Now, you guys are from D.C., so you know about Baltimore. We all know that through the years, D.C. has been through some very, very tough times. Sadly, Baltimore is still in a very tough time. Not everybody in the world really can understand the depth of Baltimore. Baltimore is so desperate that Tupac and his mother moved from Baltimore.
For almost a year after the incident, Chris Rock said almost nothing publicly. Then in March 2023, he delivered his full response in a live Netflix special. For 10 minutes, Rock dissected the entire situation, not with anger, but with precision. Despite the controversy, Will Smith remains one of Hollywood's most successful actors. His films have grossed billions worldwide. And in 2024, he returned to theaters with Bad Boys, Ride or Die alongside Martin Lawrence. But the debate continues. Can a single moment redefine a career built over decades? Or does time eventually rewrite the story?
Couldn't before it, can talk just like Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Probably memorized the rhythm of Mike Tyson.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll probably look like him somehow.
Jamie's an alien.
He's so nice with it. I remember watching Ray being like, I can't believe I know this dude. And he was doing Ray Charles so good, and then he took the sunglasses off. I'm like, oh, he Jamie again.
He's so talented in every way. He's so talented as a singer. He's talented as a comedian. He's talented as an actor. He's just got a way. He's got a thing. There's no fat in his portrayals. He just cuts through it. It's clean. He just knows how to do it.
He's also one of those feel-good people.
Yeah,
like,
super positive.
Yeah, he's just fun to be around. I've never seen him as like a party pooper ever.
Right. He's fucking jacked right now.
Is he really?
Jacked. Yeah, because he's building up to play Tyson. Look at him.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, and he's not even done yet. He's building up into Mike Tyson shape.
Yeah, that's never going to happen to me, by the way.
So, man, it really bugged me to see that man get slapped and humiliated like that.
Do you know Chris Rock?
No. I mean, I've met him several times.
Okay.
It's crazy. I've got like, I got this kind of, sometimes I think about TK and myself. We've got these Forrest Gump things. We were around during all these things. I was doing extra work on Saturday Night Live when Chris Rock was on there, and we, encountered with. He wouldn't remember that,
right?
But yeah.
What makes this story unusual isn't just the slap itself. It's how 3 comedians responded. Chris Rock turned it into a record-breaking comedy special. Dave Chappelle turned it into a philosophical critique of fame. And Katt Williams turned it into a larger conversation about power in Hollywood. Together, they ensured that the moment wouldn't simply disappear. Will Smith's career isn't over, but something else may be. The carefully constructed image that defined him for 30 years. And in Hollywood, image can be everything.
Man, yeah, that bugged me a great deal. And
what about Will Smith? Do you know him?
No, I don't know him. I've met him.
Yeah, I don't know either person, so I really don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just looking from the outside looking in. There was no way, like, if The Rock was presenting, ain't a damn thing would have happened.
Yeah.
We or if he would have done someone bigger, they would have put that mic down and tackled them and did what they got to do.
Yeah, man. But the theme here today, I think, is, if you didn't get that shit balanced out before you got power,
right?
That's what's going to take you down. And I swear, it's the same theme throughout.
Yeah.
Whatever you didn't do your work before you got power, that's what takes you down. There's some work that he didn't do before that moment that came back to bite him. I had to do work, my whole female situation and how I thought everything was about my, sexual prowess and dominating women and all that type of stuff. If I didn't get that shit fixed, I wouldn't be in the marriage that I am today.
Yeah.
So it's a theme, man. It's like, hopefully you figure it out before.
More to Oakland for a better life. And Chris Rock went so hard in the paint, and I can't believe he did this. He shocked a Baltimore crowd. I didn't even know that was possible. I started doing comedy around here. Shocked them. And you know what he said that got him? He looked at the crowd. He walked. I didn't expect him to say this. He looked at the crowd. It was all black, Baltimore black. Even if you rich and black in Baltimore, you know them niggas is traumatized about something. And Chris shocked him. And this is what he said. He went to that crowd. He said, I refuse to be a victim. And the crowd said, oh. And I was backstage looking like, nigga, watch the tape. I know it's fucked up, but I tell you the truth. Everything's funny.
What do you think? Can Will Smith fully rebuild his public image? Or did that night permanently change the way audiences see him? And did comedians like Chappelle and Katt Williams simply tell the truth? Or go too far? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more deep dive Hollywood investigations, subscribe for the next story.